Good morning, everybody. What a wonderful morning it is. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Thank goodness, thank God it is Friday. We've made it to the end of the work week for most of us. And it's time for morning manna. Time for morning manna. And we're going to let Facebook Live get a few seconds, have a few seconds to get the audience together. Then we're going to jump right into the word. Now I'm going to give you the text to talk, the takeaway. The text to talk and the takeaway, you know the drill. But if it is your first time, second time, or third time joining us, hey, let us know who you are, where you are, and this is how we roll. We always want you to get the text to talk and the takeaway, and your response is this. You got to share the manna, got to put your comments in there, how you get the revelation you got, so other people can get that revelation as well. And in addition to that, want to follow or subscribe, whatever the case may be, so you'll know when I'm coming on for Morning Manna. It's always somewhere between 7 and 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. 7 and 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Have you ever been hurt? You ever been attacked? You've ever had a situation in which it just lingered in your mind and in your heart? Whatever the case may be. Have you ever did that before? That's what we're going to deal with this morning. I just, what did I do to cause them to do this to me? Have you ever felt that way before? Or perhaps a situation that you went through, not necessarily attack, but you just struggle getting past it. Just struggle getting past it. That's what we're going to deal with this morning. And this morning, we're going to talk about get over it. Get over it. Get over it. Here's the text. And before I read the text, I want to give you the context of the text. The context of the text is Paul writing to the church at Philippi. It's the first church he plants. You find the whole issue of him, or the whole context of him planting it, in Acts 16. In Acts 16, you'll find that that's where he was in the jail. They prayed, they got out, and they had the Philippian jailer. And at any rate, the same person, house that they went to, helped him establish the church at Philippi. Now, this is his first church. He writes to them to thank them for sending him some money because he's in prison when he writes this letter. Now, when he is responding to what is going on in the church, believe it or not, the first church he plants, all that he pours into that church, they attack him. You think you've had it bad? They attack him. They attack his character. They attack his whether he's an apostle or not. They are the leaders that are there at the church are taking advantage of his absence, and the man is in prison. So he writes back to them, thanking them first for sending an offering, but then addresses the fact that they have attacked him. Now, what does he say in response? Get over it. Get over it. That's what he says. Here it is, Philippians 3:14. I press on toward the goal. I press on toward the goal. Here are the three things that I want you to get out of this text. One, get through it. Get through it by realizing your imperfections. By realizing your imperfections. Paul said in the 12th verse of the 3rd chapter, he says, look, I've not already apprehended. I've not already obtained the perfection of Christ. I've not obtained that. I've accepted the imperfections in my life. Sometimes you can put so much pressure on yourself to be right, to be perfect, to just, and it is, we are righteousness of Christ, but we still are stuck in our humanity. And there are times when you can put so much pressure on yourself. And if you missed the mark, you did something wrong, or the fact that you are completely innocent of whatever they're accusing you of, but you just feel so much pressure. So the first thing you have to do is get through it by realizing, look, I'm not perfect. Hey, if you think this about me, if I did this or that, look, I'm not perfect. I'm not. I'm striving. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not. And in Christ, I'm already the righteousness of Christ. So the first thing is get through it. Second thing is get on with it. Get on with it. In the 13th verse, he says, one thing I do. One thing I do. And what he is saying is, I put my focus on the next thing. I put my focus on the next thing. There's one thing that I'm going to do to get through this situation is that I'm going to stop focusing in on what has happened, but I'm going to focus in on the next thing. And that's what he says. There's one thing I am going to do. I'm not going to keep thinking about that. I'm not going to keep going around and around that mountain. I'm going to move on from that. Excuse me. Here's the third thing. Forget it. Forget it. In the 13th verse, he says, forgetting what is behind you. Forgetting what is behind you. Bishop, how in the world can I forget it? You don't know the pain that I'm going through. You don't know every time I go on Facebook, every time I go on social media, I see them, that, it, whatever the case may be. How do I forget that? You need to understand one thing. The windshield of a car is bigger than the rearview mirror. Always know that. There's a reason, because you're going forward, not going backwards. That little mirror up there, that thing is so that you can just glance at what is behind you. That little mirror over there, that's the glance at what's behind you. The windshield of your life is in front of you. That's what you drive toward. What's your takeaway this morning? If you don't let the past die, it won't let you live. If you don't let your past die, it will not let you live. So get over it. Get over it. Hey, the Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. Share the manna. I'll see you Monday. With more morning manna. And Monday, I'm going to start a whole series on leadership. I'll see you then. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Watch somebody's church service. Bye now.